Life throughout COVID was different. Schools tried to simulate our old lives by giving us assignments all day, but it just made life all the more stressful. But I was able to find peace. I found peace by re-experiencing one of my favorite childhood experiences, playing with Legos. Legos are a relatively new invention compared to devices like the telephone the the automobile, yet they've still made a big impact on our world. Legos have impacted our world by allowing experiences to exercise creativity and by teaching important life lessons. Um, but first off, how were Legos created? Who was the maker of them? To begin with, the creator of Legos is Ole Christensen. He was a Danish carpenter who made wooden toys. However, his toys were special. He always put the finest quality in craftsmanship and tried to make every detail special in each one of his wooden toys. After World War II, he started looking into other ideas. In 1948, in 1946, he started buying plastic molds, which effectively became the building blocks for the ultimate building blocks. Later, his son started having doubts about the idea of Legos and their potential. Ole Christensen answered, "Have ye no faith? Don't you see if we sell these right, we can sell these around the world?" Luckily, his son saw the potential after that and he jumped on the bandwagon. But despite moving from wood toys to plastic, Ole Christensen still kept his standard of having fine quality and having the ability to play well with. In fact, the word Lego comes from the combination of the words lek and got, which means play well in Danish. Ironically, the word Lego in Latin means I put together. Ole Christensen successfully put together the company which we all love and adore. And later the company grew. One reason it grew is because of its ability to mass produce and manufacture Lego bricks. This is a picture of an old mold that they used. I couldn't find a picture of a modern one, but today, in these days, the Lego molds that the company uses is able to produce 864 million bricks a day. That's 19 million a year and 400 billion created since the creation of the company in 1948. That if we were to take all 400 billion of these bricks and give each person and divide them up among each person living on this earth, everyone would have about 62 bricks to play with. Another reason that that the Lego company has increased is through its ability to come up with new products to manufacture. Before 1962, the only Lego you could really buy was the standard 4x2 model. But then after 1962, more products began to be produced. There's the Lego wheel, which was introduced. There was instruction manuals, which began to be included. We even have Lego minifigures, which are the closest human replica that we have. nowadays, Lego is Lego has worked to combine robotics with Legos in order to teach kids about principles about programming and stuff. By by uh, by increasing its ability to manufacture and by diversifying the products it manufactures, Lego has become a company loved and adored by many. Another reason that it's become loved and adored through the creativity and imagination that come of it. There today it's Legos are even considered a form of art as diverse as the artists who create them. We have we have people who will build towers. We have people who will express their inner child and build larger models of stuff. We have special bricks or models being made out of gold to help people. We even have people who use Legos to solve their own problems. This is a Guinness World Record holder. He was the first person to make a Lego prosthetic limb. He by big companies like Google also used Legos to solve as a way to exercise their engineers' brains. In an experiment, undergrads were separated into two groups. Some were given Legos and instructions and told to build from a kit. Others were given random bits of Legos and told to free build. Those who free built scored higher on creativity tests and stuff. Legos allow people to enter a world of limitless possibilities, and Legos also allow imagination to run wild and creativity to flow freely. Legos in my life have helped me very much. Since I was a kid, I've always loved the movie Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. The movie is about this car that can drive, it can swim on the water, and it can fly. And ever since the day I watched it, I have been inspired. Whenever I build now, well, as a kid, growing up, whenever I would build with Legos, I would always build some sort of spaceship or car, which I would clarify could drive, could float on the water or swim, and that could also fly. This is one of the Lego models which I made during quarantine, during COVID and stuff. I had decided beforehand that it would be my perfect project. I would use all my favorite parts. I would make it as professional as people do with kits. But then I ran into my normal problem. I ran out of pieces. I didn't finish it. And I had to relearn the lesson which I've often forget, that nothing is perfect. Not people, not art, not Lego models, not even public speeches. Nothing is perfect. But by doing something, we experience it and we learn how to do it better. In conclusion, Legos can't change the world. They can't solve world hunger. They can't stop pollution or war. And as sad as it is, this little block can't find the cure for COVID, but Legos still can impact our society. They can inspire people and they can exercise creativity, but most importantly, these little blocks allow people to revisit childhood. In in our childhood, we learn the most important lessons. One of these being that we as humans cannot stop creating. If even if some even if our most perfect and prized creation is destroyed, we must see it as a new opportunity, new experience, opportunity to build something new. Thank you.